What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the NECA version 2 Atomic Godzilla, or as I like to dub him, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast from Taco Bell Godzilla, just because of the color scheme on this guy. So hopefully I'm the first one to say that. This is the Baja Blast Godzilla. So anyway, just going to take a look at the box here. Very nice, cover for the box. It's pretty much the singular poster for Godzilla that we got. Got Godzilla down there. You open it up. Got the window where the figure would be. Got a nice shot of the figure right there. On the side, you got measurements, hinge jaw, accessories, how many points of articulation. Other side, got a little write-up with another little window picture of the head of the poster. 65 years of Godzilla stamped up there. Top of the box, picture of Godzilla, NECA, another 65 year stamp, warning, Monsterverse. On the back side, got some nice prototype shots of him using the effect part. You got some other figures that are in the line, including Godzilla himself. And then on the bottom, you just got your, barcode, NECA, real toys, all that jazz. So, pretty basic for a NECA box. Nothing crazy, but still, NECA's coming out with some nice boxes, especially since they're reissuing all those Godzilla figures with their poster box art, for that film. So, before we get into Godzilla himself, the first thing that I'd like to go over, of course, is the accessories for these NECA figures. Pretty much been keeping that a thing. I did it with Mothra, I did it with Rodan, so let's do it with Godzilla. Here's the effect part he comes with. The Baja Blast. The Baja Atomic Blast. Let's dub this that. Pretty cool effect piece, Nice little splatter there that this kind of, rests into if you wanted to, set it up and there's, some buildings or something like that you want to set it up with. Or another monster, but very nice blast effect piece. You could probably even definitely cross this with, like a Dragon Ball Z figure or something like that if you wanted to. But pretty much translucent, all the way around. A nice blue with some whites, and some, clear, translucent plastic in the center. But very nice blues and whites used. Detail on it, very, very nicely done. All the wrinkles and lines and atomicness, very, very nicely well done. As for the atomic breath itself, looks very good. If my camera will focus, it probably won't because it never does. Atomic breath though looks cool. Again, a translucent piece. Got blues and whites, clear. All the lines and even kind of spiral kind of look to it. Looks really nice. So, very nice effect piece. And now we'll bring in Godzilla. And then the way that this works, it's got a little hole there, and you kind of just slide that over his tongue. His tongue is the attachment point, and then boom, there you got Godzilla firing his Baja Atomic Blast. Bam, just like that. Perfect. So let's get that out of the way. And let's talk about Baja Blast Godzilla himself. Again, if you've ever been to Taco Bell and you know the Mountain Dew Baja Blast and you know the color, again, that's just immediately what I thought of when I got this guy. So I am dubbing him version 2 Baja Blast. Mountain Dew Baja Blast Godzilla. So, just to get on with paint on this guy, very, very nicely well done. He's pretty much almost like a blue almost all over his body, even kind of towards the front here. There's some shades of blue and whatnot. But, you got that, old school, charcoal gray, traditional Godzilla color. Inside the mouth, kind of hard to see, but it's pretty much blue all inside there. His eyes are, white with a blue as well. Looks very, very nice. All the blue, of course, is really centered around his spines, all the way down to the tip of his tail. But a very nice, light blue color with some whites and stuff. And then, of course, you got these nice, detailed paint lines coming down the sides of his body. look really, really good. You know, claws on his hands and his feet are kind of like a more glossier gray, but look good. All paint on this guy looks good. Detail-wise, if you got the first version Godzilla 2019 from NECA, he's pretty much the same. It's the same figure. It's just a different variant color. And I didn't get the version 1 because I didn't like the pictures people were posting. The eyes stuck out really weird and looked odd. But when they announced this and I saw a picture of this guy, man, I was immediately drawn. I was like, this is the version I want. They do have a version 3 coming out, and I'm kind of dubbing that one the Doritos Cheeto Godzilla, because that's kind of what he looks like. It looks like a giant Dorito Cheeto Godzilla. But that'll be Fire Godzilla version 3. And again, it's just going to be the same sculpt and everything like that. Just a different paint job. But again, detail nonetheless on this guy is great. All the scales, bumps, spikes, dorsal plates look awesome. Gills and everything up around his face. All this armor, this armor plating look all over him, even on his chest here. All that looks great. Teeth, nicely sculpted. Tongue in there. Nicely done, even though it's kind of hard to see. There you go, kind of see the tongue in there. But very, very nicely well done detail all the way around for this guy. Feet look good. All the way down to his tail. Detail and armor plating, spikes, scales, all that stuff just looks great. Fingers, nicely sculpted. All that stuff just looks great. Articulation for this guy, it's what you would expect from a NECA figure. Again, he has a hinged jaw, so you can open and close his mouth. His head kinda rotates side to side. It's kind of hard with all his spikes and scales there, so you can kind of get some head rotation there. Kind of goes up and down, not a whole heck of a lot, but a little bit of movement. No joint down here. You know, no joint here at the neck like the 2014 had or anything like that. So there's no joint there, so you just got the one head joint. Here at his shoulders, you can rotate them all the way around, forward, backward, up in the air, whatever you want. You can kind of push them kind of outward like that. Elbow joints are there, you know, but again, he is kind of bulky, so you do kind of have a limited range with the elbows. But they're there. You know, you can kind of straighten his arm all the way out and bend it. Wrists, rotate, you know, all the way around. You can kind of pivot them, bend them however you see fit. Waist joint, it's there, but again, he's very limited just because of his bulkiness, so you can kind of get him to turn here and turn there. And then ab crunch, you can get him to bend forward a little bit. Of course, that opens up this gap here, and then of course you can bend him back up to close it, and it looks pretty good. So limited range there, but again, he's kind of a bulky figure. Legs, kick out, kind of have this weird, you know, whatever you want to call that, you know, gap when you do move the legs. It's not sealed, but it just does look kind of odd when you do turn it a certain way, and then you got this big crevice here, or the thigh where it, you know, falls into the crevice and stuff like that. Knee joints are there. You can't get too much out of them though. They slightly kind of bend forward and backward. Not much. You can turn them though a little bit. So that's good. Feet, you can turn side to side. Can't really tilt them up and down at all. Turn side to side, and there's a little bit of a pivot, but not much. So then you have the tail. No more really bendy wires, which is good. I hate bendy wires, but man, they're giving SH Monster Arts a run for their money. This is a fully articulated Godzilla tail, pretty much. I mean, it looks great. It moves great. Get all kinds of different poses out of it. NECA is giving SH Monster Arts a run for their money, which is good. You know, NECAs are cheaper, and so far their figures have looked better than what we've seen from SH Monster Arts. Granted, NECA probably won't do a Ghidorah. But still, even the Ghidorah SH Monster Arts has been 50-50 with a lot of people. A lot of people don't like the paint. He's kind of hard to pose, even with all the stands. That's why I went with the Bandai Ghidorah 2019. Just a cheaper price point, and it's still a good-looking figure. But yeah, no, NECA has been knocking it out of the park with these 2019 figures. And in my opinion, even though I haven't seen any of the SH Monster Arts in hand, I'm just going to go out and say it. NECA is doing a better job with these 2019 Godzilla figures than SH Monster Arts is. And SH Monster Arts is just ridiculous with their pricing when you could pick these guys up for 20 bucks and Godzilla's like on the verge of like $100, you know. He's like 89 something, you know, with shipping, you know. Think about it, like $100. King Ghidorah is like over $200, if not just a little under. The Rodan and Mothra set, again, that's kind of close to a, you know, it's kind of getting close to that $200 price range, you know. So, I mean, if you think about it, like the NECA figures are just better. And again, if you need a Ghidorah 2019, get the Bandai, guys. Just take it from me. Get the Bandai. I think you could still relatively get it for around the $30 price range. It's worth it rather than paying 200 something for the SH Monster Arts. That's just insane. The Bandai one will do you just fine, and you will be just as happy with the Bandai Ghidorah. That's all I can say to try to save people some money. But anyway, that's enough talking about that. Let's get on to scaling with these guys. Here is the NECA Mothra with Godzilla. She scales in well pretty good. I'd say anyway. You know, she's tiny, but you know, she hangs in there. Looks good. I can definitely see her crawling on Godzilla. Scaling with NECA Mothra very well. Next in, let's bring Rodan. Rodan here. Looks good. Scales in well, I'd say. Looks very nice. So, Rodan, NECA Rodan 2019. Looks good. Scales in well with Godzilla. I mean, what would you expect? You would expect that all these NECA figures would look good together. Now, let's bring in the figure I was just talking about. Here is Ghidorah. Again, scaling is going to be off. Of course, Godzilla was a little bit smaller than Ghidorah. But still, you know, you cannot admit that these guys do look good next to each other. You know, I think they look good. You know, and the scaling doesn't bother me too bad. Ghidorah still looks, you know, more massive the way his wings are sprawled out like that. So, again, looks good. So, guys, if you guys want a Godzilla 2019 lineup, I know SH Monster Arts has a lot more articulation. They might be a little bit better detailed and stuff like that. But, again, NECA knocked out Godzilla. They knocked out Rodan. They knocked out Mothra. Get those guys. Again, at most, if you get them for like $20, again, that's 60 bucks. That's not even the total price of one SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019. You know, even with the tax a little bit. And then again, Bandai Ghidorah you can find on eBay, you can find on Amazon. I believe he's in the 30. He might be getting close to the $40 range now. But still, that's a decent price. And again, this guy will go up in price. I can guarantee you he will be like over $100. You know, once everything's kind of done and fluid and, you know, aftermarket hits. No doubt about it. $100 price tag pretty soon. But again, you want a 2019 lineup, just get the 3 NECAs, get the Bandai, no reason to break the bank. Who knows, NECA might do a Ghidorah down the road, but it will most likely be expensive. They did say that, you know, if they did do a Ghidorah, he probably would be like $100, if not maybe a little over $100. But still, that's cheaper than the Monster Arts. And if they keep up the stuff that they're doing, they could do a better Ghidorah than the SH Monster Arts. And, you know, again, for the price point, it'll be cheaper. And it'll be relatively easy to obtain because you can go to a GameStop, you can go to a Target. Wherever you go to get these NECA figures, boom, it's right there. You don't have to do everything online, import, whatever, you know, to get the SH Monster Arts. So, very awesome. Again, I think these guys look good. You know, just to bring in the whole cast right here, here's what you'd be looking at if you got pretty much everybody. The 3 NECAs and the Bandai. I'd say this looks good. They all look good together. That's just awesome. So, no complaints whatsoever. They look good. I do have one last scaling just because I wanted to. And of course, this guy will scale in well with your Bandais that are 6" and other stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not going to go through too much in scaling, just kind of wanted to do the cast. And then, of course, here is the NECA 2014 Godzilla, just so we can kind of see some differences. Bulkier wise, this guy's a little bit bulkier. Of course, the spines are bigger. Spines look different. You know, faces are a little different as well, but they kind of look the same. Arms and hands kind of look the same. Feet are a little bit bigger, but more or less kind of keep that same type of design. Again, tail-wise, look at that. What is that? That's all bendy wire. All bendy wire through this guy, and I do not like bendy wires because over time, if you use them a lot, they can break. The plastic can crack. So yeah, so again, just a bendy wire tail with this guy, but then this guy has a full articulated tail. So again, just some differences in showing you the sizes and the scale, and then of course color and whatnot. But they look good, you know. I'm glad to have the 2014 just as much as the 2019. And I'll be curious to see what changes they make to Godzilla in 2020 for Godzilla vs. Kong. If he changes at all, who knows? We will see. Anyway, both look good. And yeah, rocking. So anyway, you guys, that's it for my review on the 2019 NECA Godzilla version 2 Mountain Dew Baja Blast version. I said version a little bit too many times. I guess I could have worded that better. But hey, I make these reviews on the fly and everything comes from the brain immediately. There's no scripts. So we like to have fun. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Go check out Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook. Give that a like and a follow. And we will see you guys in the next figure review. Thank you for watching.